Hello, everybody. Today I am going to teach how to play tennis and how to stay active at the high school level. First thing, people need to know that high school students get a little lazy or distracted during PE. They think it's a kind of like a blow off uh, class, but if you instruct it right, if you inspire them, they really can get better at it and they can stay active through it. You see on my lesson plans, the some of the objectives are staying physically active for 30 to 45 minutes. That shouldn't include a warm up or a cool down, which are very important when you're going with high school students. You don't want to warm them up, get them moving, and then sit them in a classroom because that's just going to be bad for their muscles. Um, I'm going to demonstrate uh, how to hit a racket, and I'm going to have a friend come in who knows a lot more than I do. She will show how to hit a racket, how to receive a ball, and what we can do with inside my kitchen. So it might be a little difficult, but you might get something out of it. Some materials you need. Obviously, we need a tennis racket and a tennis ball. Um, some other things. Obviously, a kitchen is not the best place to play. It's usually played on a tennis field or a tennis court. When students come out, when I'm going to be teaching students, they're obviously going to need enough rackets and balls for everyone because you don't want someone to sit out during this. Before teaching tennis, students should know some basic skills: um, throwing a ball, catching a ball, holding a tennis racket. Which there's a couple ways to do it, but there's one basic way, um, and also swinging in the proper form. These things could be taught or could be talked over right before the students go out and practice. Just make sure that the students are staying active and not just sitting around just tossing the ball to each other. Make sure that you're getting around, just hitting the ball. You don't have to swing it like Serena Williams. You're not that good yet, obviously. Um, some of the adaptations I've thought up are if someone you can break up into teams of 2 or 4, and they can volley back and forth. That's where you hit the ball back and forth. You obviously want to think about not only skill level but size and strength of the hitting power of the person. You don't want to match up someone who can hit a tennis ball so hard that they'll knock the other person off their feet or they'll won't even get to the player. So, and you also want to think about skill level. The students will have a good idea of how good they are at tennis, and you should let them choose to have them give them some responsibility, but you should also step in when it seems like an uneven match is made. I want to show some things real quick, just like a warm up. Some things you could do are some arm warm ups. Say, moving your arms, doing arm circles like this, forward and backwards. You can also put your arm out like this and stretch it out. And just get them loosened up, get them ready to move. In a second, I'm going to have my friend Zoe come in and show you some real swing techniques. She knows a lot about it. She used to play tennis here at Fort Hays, and she's still very good. Um, she could beat me any day, so I have total faith in her. All right, we're back. I got my friend Zoe right here, and she's going to teach us on some basic moves on how to hit a ball with a tennis racket. So, Zoe, what is the easiest way to hit a ball?
Well, the best and easiest way to hit a ball is to hit the sweet spot, which is right in the middle of the strings.
Okay.
Um, and and that's going to give you the most powerful and the most clean hit that you can get, basically. Also, the best way is to use a topspin stroke, which is going to give you a little bit more push up and over the net, and that's going to help you with the ball's acceleration.
So with, say, high school students, how would you get them to practice the over the top hit?
With a topspin stroke, I would say that the best way to teach a high school student how to hit is starting with them with a backhand stroke, which is where you have both your hands on the racket, and you go to the opposite side that you right with, and then you just start with the racket face low below your knees, and then as you push forward, you also come up in a diagonal motion, and then up and across to your opposite shoulder.
Okay. All right. Would you like to show us some backhands real quick?
I can show you before that.
All right. Let me get this camera moved a little bit so Zoe's showing off real quick.
The best way to hit a backhand is you're going to start with yourself parallel to the way that the ball is moving, and then you're going to start down low by your knee, and then you're going to take a step with your front foot, and then as you twist your body, you come up diagonally through the ball, and then over your shoulder with your follow through.
Okay. Okay. How would you serve a ball?
If you were going to serve a ball, you would start, depending on what side of the court you're on, say you're on the ad side, you would angle yourself diagonally towards the other box on the opposite side of the court, and then you would want to throw the ball in front of you and throw it up in the air about 3 feet above your head, and then come up and around and connect with the ball right here about 3-ish feet above your head, and then come back with your follow through. The best way is to make sure that you get a good connection. So if you're just starting to learn how to serve, you'd want to take it slow from the beginning. Make sure you get your toss right so that you're not leaning one side or the other.
Okay. That's about it. Thank you, Zoe. Like I said, she's way better. She knows a lot more than I do about tennis, and since I'm only teaching high school students, she knows a lot more, but it always starts out with the basics. So thank you for listening to me and to Zoe, and I hope that tennis will be a fun sport. Zoe?